Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment.
What's popping, me peoples? I'm back with another one like the other one. You feel me? I'm saying, you dig? Hey, this gonna be your exclusive video reaction. I'm gonna stop and go and give y'all my opinion and whatnot. So you feel me? I'm saying, y'all already know what to do. So this dude Smacc is being basically blamed for basically giving the people the lead, and not even the people, giving the mayor a spot to go clean up first. All due to talking on a podcast channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Meanwhile, me peoples, let's jump right off it.
From Back On Figg, blamed for Hoover RICO after clip of him going, talk.
Today, we're talking about Smacc from Back On Figg. Things that he possibly said that could have gotten, that he helped the Hoovers. There was a clip that was released of Smacc on the radio station. Y'all know they got that deal where they go on the radio station every so often. And in this conversation, he had a talk or discussion with the mayor about cleaning up Figg and the fact that it was underage girls out there on Figueroa. Check it out.
Grew up on 51st and Figueroa, right? What is we gonna do about the prostitution out there and these kids walking Figueroa?
So,
your kids gotta go to school and see this.
So let me just tell you, that's an issue that when we started in the 90s, the difference is that the women, there were women that were on the streets then. Now they're girls that are on the street.
Babies.
Almost across the board, the girls are from the foster care system. So foster girls are prime victims because they don't have the family support that would never allow them to be pulled that way.
So there you have it. Smacc said what he said. It is what it is. Now, people then went and grabbed that small clip of him asking about what we're going to do about the girls that's out on Figueroa. I got to walk my kids by there going to school. I grew up in that area. And, you know what I mean? Now, let me start by saying this, though.
There are no circumstances that it's cool to pimp on a minor. You dig what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, if you're a grown woman that want to get your fatty chalupa, and that's what you choose to do, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can knock your hustle because everybody getting their own money off their own muscle. You dig what I'm talking about? But if you're a minor, it's a whole nother thing. First of all, if any of them individuals was about some ism, they're a rapper doing they do, you ain't even got to pimp on no minor. You feel me what I'm saying? You going to get your cheddar better with somebody that's grown. You ain't got no complications. You dig what I'm talking about? But you know, the game has been watered down in all type of ways and avenues. But that's out of pocket. Bruh did some out of pocket stuff. What he said, you are talking to the man. And on top of that, I'm not sure if you're an active gang member still. So that's like basically saying, because you don't sell drugs, I'm basically going to get mad about the dudes around the corner with the low-lows and different things, honey spokes and doing their thing, because I don't sell drugs. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that like the kettle black type of thing? Come on, bruh. I know people be getting on these platforms talking, but the code is the code. It's not what you say, it's how you say it and who you talking to when you say it.
I don't agree with it. I got daughters, but it happens and it goes on. In some of the situations, the girls want to do that because they want to get money. I'm not saying that they want to get beat on. I'm not saying that they want to get slapped around. I ain't saying none of that. But in a lot of instances, a lot of times the girls actually want to get out there and get the money. Now, some of the girls is out there renegade. They out there, they don't have a pimp. They just out there. So we can't say that those girls were coerced or manipulated into doing the things that they're out there doing to get money. But for the girls that's out there, first and foremost, that's underage, I definitely don't agree with that. I feel as though if anybody is engaging in anything with a minor, you should be held accountable for that. I'm gonna just keep it real, man. I'm not saying that you should go to jail. I'm not saying that you should be arrested. I'm saying somebody, a father, a cousin, an uncle should come out there and beat the dog shit out of you for having that young girl out there on the strip doing what y'all got her doing. First and foremost. And a lot of these girls, as we've seen in the indictment, come from situations where they coming out of foster homes. So there are a lot of runaway girls. It's no different than like the girl Tania's daughter. You know what I mean? She was a runaway. She was in, you know, the state care or whatever, and she was out there on the strip or whatever. And her mom really ain't made the situation no better for her either. You know what I mean? We heard audio or certain shit that her saying she didn't want her to do certain stuff because they was gonna cut off benefits and shit like that. So a lot of these girls come from fucked up situations. But with that being said though, we got people who don't agree with what Smacc said. A lot of people is looking at it like this.
I'm saying, is he still in, I don't know if he's still in the streets or not, but do y'all feel by him being the street guy, he should be sitting down with the mayor discussing that? Now, you know, everybody, some people will say, well, yeah, he's supposed to discuss that. It's kids out there. He's doing what he's supposed to do. It take a lot of courage and heart to get out there and do that. So it could go both ways, man. That's for y'all to decide in the chat. Let me know what y'all think.
Smacc, you said that, and some of the things that the mayor pointed out is in the indictment. And it's kind of like not necessarily saying you got the ball rolling for the indictment, but it's like you wanted something done about it that directly affected people from your community. I mean, I know you from Troubles, but we know how Troubles and Hoovers is clicked up. So the majority of the people that got locked up is from Hoover. So these is people from your community that got locked up for these activities. The indictment says that the Hoovers, and I'm not saying that it's true, but the indictment says that the Hoovers is controlling the majority of what's going on Figueroa. So now we got people questioning if Smacc is wrong for saying what he said.
Everybody know politics is politics, you feel me? And at the same token, though, you feel me? Be careful who you talk to and be mindful who you say things to. And at the end of the day, that's like him trying to discuss something to the police. And he said it in a certain way, but they go over there, you know what I'm saying, and arrest some people. You didn't give these people a lead, and you didn't give them an ideal of feeling like, man, even the people that's from over there, street people, even saying these things, it must be out of hand. We got to go see about it. I'm not agreeing to the minor situation, like I say again. But at the same token, though, we have always seen that being on the internet sometimes, you feel me, people tend to do a lot. And I mean, even myself being on here, man, anything I say I do on here, it's already out there. I do a little bit of my opinion, and that's that.
He don't got to be down with that. The fact that he brought it up, though, and this happened is crazy. The timing is fucked up. So on the flip side, I can get and understand why people from the community is looking at him sideways after some of their homies then got locked up for that. Like, what kind of shit is you on? Like, so you brought that up to the mayor, you know what I mean? So what you want the homies to go to jail for what they doing out there? And that could possibly be true. People might have wanted to see some of the homies go to jail behind. Man, I'm telling you, the streets is crazy. And not necessarily because of what they're doing. You might have had people that want to see them like be celebrating that them dudes and that girl caught that case because of the type of money they was running up. Like, she was definitely running up a bag. I don't know about nobody else, but Lady Duck was running up a bag. So you got a lot of different people who might have wanted to see them go to jail for different reasons. I'm not saying that Smacc wanted to see somebody go to jail, but he damn sure said that he wanted to see something change. Was this the change that Smacc was talking about? I don't know. But his name is forever going to be associated with this situation.
And don't nobody want to be in nobody black and white paper just by trying to impress the mayor or being on this little talk, trying to sound like he ain't in the streets. If he ain't in the streets, you feel me? Hopefully that's what it is. But you feel me? Don't go up there trying to play two sides of the fence and then turn around and implicate yourself like that. Come on, man. That's just goofiness. But this should tell a lot of y'all, be careful what y'all say on these platforms, especially when it's big people. You understand? Because you don't know how they're looking to come target and, you know, and especially the mayor, though. Come on, man. That ain't no excuse, bro.
Pretty sure Smacc probably done got calls because the clip is already being circulated on Instagram anyway. I'm pretty sure it's going to be people on both sides of this like, well, you know, he ended up doing a podcast and he ain't living that lifestyle no more. And this is a situation in a community it's a nuisance. It's a problem for normal people. people who ain't in the streets, people who ain't associated with gangs and shit like that. It's a nuisance. For people who in the game, regardless if you agree with it or not, I don't think that the conversation should be had between you and the mayor. If you still live in that lifestyle, that's not a conversation you have with the mayor. That's something you take up with the niggas in the streets and you just deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? And however it go, it go. I don't know if Smacc never had a conversation with people about this outside of talking to the mayor or not. I'm just stating the facts. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you still showing up to hood days, if you still participating in gang activity, I mean, if you still just even like remotely like hanging out in the hood and still associating yourself with that gang, regardless if you're an active gang banger, it's some things that you just gotta watch what the hell you doing say.
Now that this took place, we all want to know what's going on. We want to see the response to this. We want to see how he feel about the situation, what he feel like he did wrong, and everything in that nature. Like he said too, why are you talking to the mayor this way? Come on, you feel me? Hey, it's a dude out of the town, man. It was a clip floating around where, you feel me, an underage girl was out there on the strip and the pimp or whoever, you feel me, I'm saying, that was on the street that day, whoop dude, you feel me? Like, we ain't accepting that, you feel me? So y'all gotta be your own police of the streets, you feel me, I'm saying? And a lot of people don't condone that if they see it though, you feel me? So at the end of the day, hey man, you know, it is what it is, and it's not a good situation, but bruh, played himself, put himself in a trick bag, man.
And that's why anybody that's grown and over the age of 30 and you didn't let that lifestyle go, it's time for you to you trying to do different shit, it's time for you to let all of that go. Because when you let it go totally, then there's not even a conversation to be had about what you said to the mayor. We know you just back on Figg. We know you just on there talking to the mayor about shit that's going on in your community, things you want to see addressed. You're doing good shit in the community. You're going back to your neighborhood, doing backpack giveaways and bicycle giveaways and food drives and shit like that. If that's and that's what, you know, that's some of the stuff that people were saying about Big U, where he had 1 foot in, one foot out. You can't live like that, man.
So I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring.